this week's edition of the Geeking Out podcast. I am the Athletic Geek, joined by
Organoid Zero!
Woo!
Woo!
So this week we're going to talk about WrestleMania 41. We're going to get the perspective of someone who watched on TV and someone who watched it from the shithole arena of Allegiant. Actually, it's a very nice stadium, but I'm a Denver Broncos fan, and I'm not going to put over the Raiders anything. So, yeah, but I spent the whole weekend in Vegas. We flew in. We got there on Wednesday. Flew out Thursday. Flew out on Wednesday, got there Wednesday. The weekend began on Thursday with the wrestling stuff, and pretty big weekend. So Thursday, I spent the majority of my time waiting for Bret Hart to show up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so the meet and greet that I prepaid for, was this. I went to WrestleCon. I went to WrestleCon 3 days. I went to WWE World once. Thursday morning before WrestleCon started, we did wait in a line to get to the WWE Superstore.
Okay.
We didn't go. It was in the same location as WWE World, but it wasn't. You didn't have to have a WWE World ticket to go to the store. You did, however, have to wait in a long, long line.
Yeah, I saw a guy who showed the line the first night versus just the secondary night after everything had gone through, and it's a night and day difference.
So we went there. So I want to say this, like, I get how the hype for a store can be seen as lame to somebody. The biggest store ever.
Yeah.
I get how you can find that lame, but when I walked in there and saw it, I'm like, this is what I dreamed. Like, as a kid, I always thought about, what if there was a giant store? Like, if WWE Shop opened up stores like Walmart's.
Yeah.
And you had all the figures, all the shirts, all the belts, all the everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
9, 10, 11-year-old me, like, this was what I dreamed of. So it's like, like, in that sense, it's like, okay, it's kind of cool to have all these things available. What's not cool is you can impulse buy a lot of shit.
Uh-huh.
I mean, a lot of shit. So we picked this up after a line was formed waiting for them to go get more of, like, the non-small sizes. Yeah. So on that day, it was fiance waited around for that shirt while she said, you can go look at the other stuff. I got a Pharaoh shirt. It's a Cody shirt, but it's got Pharaoh on it with the mask. So I'm like, okay, that's cool. We all love Pharaoh.
Nice.
Oh, what else? We got like a remake of one of the classic bloody Stone Cold shirts, which was cool. We got a WrestleMania 41 shirt. I impulse bought a Chelsea Green Cactus Jack shirt. Like, that's something like I would not buy that on if I had to wait for shipping, but when it's right there in front of me, yeah, I'm buying it. So we bought. It costs a lot of money. I bought a Triple H, like the old school Triple H hat. Like, it looked like the old, like, leather hats he wore. I bought one of those just for one thing. I'm gonna gift it to someone, but I bought it just for one thing in particular.
Nice.
So yeah. Then we went back. We were told that Bret Hart would start signing at 4. WrestleCon began at 4, so we waited in line. We got to where Bret would be, and they said Bret's not going to be here till 6.
Oh, no.
Yep. So we waited. I mean, we made some great friends in line, hanging out, but we waited. We met some other people, as you're well aware, sometimes with conventions,
Oh, yeah.
you make cool with people, they'll save your spot. So we went and met Arn Anderson, uh, Jim Duggan. I feel like I'm missing someone else from day one. Oh, I met Ernest the Cat Miller because I'm a
Nice.
WCW guy.
Nice.
Excuse me. And then Brett showed up. I wore a Shawn Michaels shirt while meeting Bret Hart.
Oh no.
Like, it's not an obvious Shawn Michaels shirt, but it is a Shawn Michaels shirt.
That reminds me of CM Punk when he showed up in NXT.
That's what inspired me. Yes.
I like your shirt. Oh, sorry, I didn't have any HBK merch on me.
So did that. Brett was cool. I'm not gonna he wasn't a jerk, but it was also very much a standard. Hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing? Thank you for coming.
Yeah.
Brett's I had another interaction with somebody that was extremely similar later that weekend, but Brett's more subdued with that, where this other individual is a lot more is not. So one comes across a little more like you're smiling a little more when you're done. Again, not saying that Brett was bad by any stretch of the imagination.
No, you're just saying he was just more of he's not a in your face wild. He just kind of, how's it going? You do your thing, and he's kind of like, there's no ill will. He's just kind of like, it's a business thing. Like, he gets
it. Yeah,
he
gets it. How you doing? Me and my brother Owen used to do these.
Nice. Nice. Very nice. And like, a lot of those people are better at coming up with something to say to 400 people and not feel like you're saying the same thing. That's like some people that don't like, well, you didn't. You could meet 500 people in a weekend, or you could have something great to say every time.
Oh, yeah. So after that, Melina put on a Divas and Drag show, which we went to.
Okay.
Pretty interesting. She wanted to go to like, can't go to Las Vegas without going to a drag show. So we went to there. It was a fun show. It was probably, if you're going to support any grassroots independent show that like really could have used support, it was that one. It was a really cool bar called Area 15. Nice. If it wasn't for the show, I would have liked to hung out that place more because it's a really cool looking place.
Nice.
There's a lot of girls on that show that I think could use an opportunity with WWE or AEW.
Nice.
There's a few girls there. I said Shawn Michaels had a field day with them in NXT.
Oh,
yeah. But that was a good time. I drank too much. I drank too much. I drank Ric Flair's drink of choice was kamikazes, and I drank way too many of them. And especially after WrestleMania Sunday, I got entirely overserved and too drunk. Not good.
You gotta do that every now and then.
Never again. So Friday, get up. We go down to WrestleCon. I had pre-ordered meeting the Great Muta.
Damn.
Big Jet. Yeah.
Very nice.
Pre-ordered that. But while I'm waiting in line to meet Great Muta, again, I met somebody else that was originally from the St. Louis area. Nice. He held my spots so I could say someone's name and they appear. Bump into their line and yeah.
Mr. Hendry. Yes.
That's going home. That's being sent to someone. Being sent to someone else. But yeah.
So like that. I'm explaining situations to my friend of like the fan I am of Joe from like knowing him. And then that happened while I was explaining it to him. I'm like, ah! God, anyway.
Joe was cool. It was a standard meet and greet, but Joe was cool.
Yeah.
Went and met Muta, you know. The one thing I want to say about I went to WrestleCon, there was a lot of older wrestlers there, and I saw a lot of them in wheelchairs, and it made me very, very, very sad.
Yeah.
I saw Muta in one, and it broke my heart. I saw Rob Van Dam was in one, and it broke my heart.
What?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah,
Oh,
it really made me feel very, very sad. Like they were all in good spirits, but it just made me feel very sad.
even
Um,
Rob, he was one of those people that took really good care of himself.
and maybe he
But
just had surgery. Maybe the wheelchair just helps him get around more. Maybe there's just a minor hiccup, but it just really
it sucks to see.
made me feel it just made me feel incredibly sad.
Yeah.
Um, I met Dean Malenko, kind of a brief interaction, but
Nice.
I
Nice.
met Butterbean, who's awesome.
Really
Yeah,
nice.
Butterbean's awesome. Met the former Sonya Deville, Daria Ray now, but the former Sonya Deville. She's pretty cool.
Nice. You seem like she'd be a good
Um,
person.
and met Mariah May. She was nice, but a standard, hey, how you doing, sort of meet and greet. She had a line out the
Oh,
ass.
I bet.
Um, met the Inspiration / Iconics. They were
Nice.
very nice. Um, then I got married.
Woo! Very
What better
nice.
way to have a for two wrestling fans to get married than to go get married in Las Vegas?
Now, was she asleep in the passenger seat or was she.
So listen. Um, she was not, but that was the reason I bought that Triple H hat at the Superstore was so we in our wedding
had to
pictures we could
recreate it.
reenact that.
Nice.
And
Oh,
having to explain that to non-wrestling fan people,
weird.
yeah, we got a lot of side eyes
I
from the
bet.
people working at the chapel. Um, yes.
That's fantastic. Wait, so you want to. What? No, the fly on the wall. I'd want to be in that room. That's.
But yes, having to explain, so she was drugged, but turned out she wasn't really drugged, and to people who know nothing about wrestling,
That's the best.
it's awkward.
I
It's
bet.
awkward,
I bet.
but that's the reason I got that hat.
Nice. I
Probably
like
should have
it.
worn the hat, but I'm giving it to somebody who's actually a Triple H fan,
Nice.
so I want to wear it less.
Absolutely.
Um, so then Saturday comes around, WrestleMania Saturday. Well, okay. First of all, after that, we went to the Hardy Party. Really cool.
Cool.
Matt comes out first, tells a story about when he was coming back at WrestleMania 33.
Uh-huh.
So that was cool. Did a small Q&A, and then Jeff came out and played music. So that was cool. Then Saturday comes around. I spend my whole day trying to meet Mike Tyson. Prepaid, so I'm good.
Yeah.
And so the convention, Mike, I guess, at these smaller conventions, like, is represented by a group called Fitterman Sports.
Okay.
So they were in charge of everything Mike. Everybody else, was kind of, doing their own thing. The convention set it up, or they had some other people booking it. But Fitterman took care of everything. And you can tell they have their way of doing things, and it was kind of impeding on the convention's, like, natural ebb and flow of things going on.
Yep.
And Fitterman doesn't communicate well,
Oh, no.
I don't think.
Okay.
So fortunately, I got everything I wanted. It was fine. But there was a lot of people that were trying to get in, and they were, being stuck outside of this area where, like, they had Mike and they had a few other guests that you didn't have to buy a ticket through Fitterman to get, like Kurt Angle and Jake the Snake and stuff like that. So they were being kept out, but then they missed their photo op and their autograph. And from what I'm hearing, they did not get made good on from that. Because they're just told, like, oh, you should have been here. We told you to get here at 11. You weren't here at 11. And they're trying to explain, well, we weren't allowed to be there. And they're like, that's not our problem. So I'm kind of Not cool. Not cool at all.
That's not good.
Mike Tyson was cool.
Nice.
For the 10 seconds.
Yeah.
That was generous. 5 seconds is more like it. But it's kind of the way, because you had to do a pro photo op.
Yep.
I was the only one with photo ops. It was just pro photo ops, which fine. Yep. Sit down next to Mike. You're shaking his hand. Says something quick to you. He said to me, "May Allah bless you, young man," and then I walked out.
Nice.
So
nice.
That's cool. The autographs were an assembly line. So I'm glad I got the pro photo to at least shake Mike's hand. Because the autographs was
yeah, figured as much.
But I guess I'll show this. And he made him use this like paint pen that part of it rubbed off, but it still looks cool.
Yeah, that's the risk with it. Oh, that's your. Oh,
it didn't dry for like a fucking day.
Yeah, that's the thing with I've seen a lot more at the conventions that I'm going to with voice actors. A lot of them that get the better out, they'll use paint pens, which results in me sitting on the edge of their table, going off their table. Is.
Mm-hmm.
But I
and
did
Mike
talk...
like drink. And the thing is, like, I don't like paint pens on. Let me see if I can. Come on now. Now you're gonna get a really awkward. Hang back up, you. Okay. Hang back. There you go. I don't like paint pens on paper. I only like paint pens on like figures. Mm-hmm. Just use a silver Sharpie on that paper, and then you don't have to go.
Yeah.
But whatever. But Mike was cool. And then I was kind of like worried because I'm like, well, Tony Storm's got a long line. I don't know how long it's going to take to get through Mike. I finally got through Mike and went down to Tony Storm's line. Waited, got through Tony Storm. Tony Storm is fucking awesome.
I can imagine.
Yeah. Stayed in character the whole time.
Of course.
She gave me her title belt and said I was the rightful owner and said that I was the tramp that is the champ. And then as I'm leaving, she's like, unfortunately, I do have to take that back. I'd love to let you keep it, but I have to take it back. And and being in Vegas, like Tony's awesome. Nice. There's a reason why she's the best thing on AEW TV, and they won't even let her main event.
No.
That's why they won't even let her main event. So don't all you AEW fans that think you won something with WrestleMania this week, just keep in mind that your best wrestler hasn't main evented a pay-per-view yet when she's the best thing going to your company. So you don't have room to talk.
No.
You can be critical, but look in the mirror to what you like and see the. Yeah.
It's the same way.
So, with the WrestleMania Night 1, let's go over the matches.
Alrighty. So, the very first match is Jay versus Gunther. Now, this is one of the first matches you and me messaged each other about. The match, watching it from home, seemed off, but you told me it felt a lot better actually seeing it in the arena.
Everyone was hot for it.
Yeah.
Like, it was a hot crowd. People wanted Jay to win.
Yep.
I know, according to a real wrestling fan, that means that they're all stupid, but AEW, the AEW fans are the real fans. Let's be honest with ourselves here. Yep. But everybody in that arena wanted Jay to win. I did not like Gunther tapping. I did not think...
I didn't either.
I don't understand that decision, but I don't care. Because Jay won, and wrestling's supposed to be fun. And, if this were done in fucking whatever, if this were done at Double or Nothing, it would have been fine. So.
Yeah. The thing that I understand why they had the headlock thing, it's just the steps. Here's the thing. The steps leading up to this made no sense to me. Like, the match was good. He does 3 splashes, doesn't go for a pin, puts him in a sleeper hold. I'm like, did the splashes help with the sleeper hold? But then he gets him in the sleeper hold, I guess, because, choking out Jimmy and all this and that. So I understand why they did it. And I think that maybe they would have drug it out longer if it was a match near the end versus the first. I don't know if that was part of it, but
I don't know. I really just think he should just pinned him. Like, if I were to get, and I fucking think I only give star ratings like if I'm in a conversation for like where people ask me what star rating would you give it. Like, to me, it was like a 3-star match. I think if he would have just pinned Gunther, I'd maybe like call it a 4. Yeah. But it stays 3 because but again, the official stance of the AEW fans are said you just need to go sheep because you're all just sheep that follow what they tell you to do. But I was sitting with people that have seen wrestling all over the world that actually went to AEW All In Wembley and they wanted to eat. So what does that say about them?
Yeah,
sickos. What does that say about them? I guess they're not welcome in your club no more, are they?
No, apparently not.
No. Next up.
All right, it was the War Raiders versus the New Day. This is the only other match on night 1 that I felt was just kind of eh.
This was in the death spot.
Yeah.
Because big emotional high, from all us idiots that like Jey Uso, all 50 to 60,000 of them.
Yes.
But and then you come off that, it's just like, unless you're having tag team equivalent of Savage Steamboat, you're in the bad spot. You're in a bad spot. Yeah. Was it a great match? No, but I feel like if it were in a different spot on the card, it would have felt a little bit better. People would have maybe been a little more up for it.
Yeah. And it kind of set the tone for what I felt was going on that night. So I was like, okay, every title match has been a title change.
Yeah.
And I was just like, damn, we're resetting some stuff. But yeah, I mean, it's the New Day and the War Raiders. They're going to do they're going to at least do an okay match. And it was just kind of an okay match, which is fine. I enjoyed it. It's just, I felt like this is coming back off of WrestleMania last year where I felt the literal only bad match was Jey versus Jimmy.
I think that's how a lot of people feel, but
yeah, so it was
how a lot of sane people that like all of wrestling and don't just fold their arms when it comes to certain wrestling would feel. I feel like they would say that's the weakest match.
Yeah, and it's because it's not their faults. It was essentially the same wrestler versus the same wrestler. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I enjoyed it. It's cool. I mean, it justifies their heel turn. So
yeah, they needed to win.
Yeah.
I still find it inexcusable that TLC match for the SmackDown Tag Titles wasn't on WrestleMania. There's no fucking excuse there.
I don't get that.
That was a bad fucking call. You could have found there was a 3 fucking hour pre-show. You could have put one of these on the main card, one on the pre-show. Yes. I'm sorry, that was dumb. That was D-U-M-B dumb.
Yeah, they don't have wrestling matches on pre-shows anymore. It's just the fake ESPN shit. I don't get it.
No,
like I understand people used to get mad about pre-shows, but at least there were matches.
Well, I could accept the pre-show better when it was like on the network or they showed the pre-show like on TV and then you had to pay for the pay-per-view like they were doing. The only time the pre-show was bad to me, like where it was like an insult, was when you only saw it if you were live and then you had to wait for the DVD. But like if it was actually happening on the WrestleMania stream, then as far as I'm concerned, you're fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was inexcusable. Which one was next?
Jade versus Naomi.
Yeah. It's okay.
Think some stuff in the match was really cool. That like electric chair stall out power bomb was awesome. And I like Naomi's new music. I think that Naomi is kind of stuck now in the same spot that Bayley kind of is, where they're there to be in storylines and not do much else.
Which, if they did anybody dirty this weekend, it was Bayley, other than the tag scene. That was
yeah.
I never went. Well, we'll get more on that later.
Yeah, But I mean, Jade won. Jade is a person that needs to have is a person that's gonna like, I'm gonna have a match at Mania and I'm gonna look good.
Yeah.
It was all right, which yeah, but all right. In the next one, Jacob Fatu ate LA Knight.
Hey, Jacobs,
It's awesome.
it's over like Rover. You know, I kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm an LA Knight fan. I hope
So
this
am
frees
I.
him up to maybe have a Cena match down the road.
Yeah.
But
That promo battle
yeah.
was sick. That promo battle would be great.
But you know, just something that needs to happen.
Yeah.
Jacob needs the U.S. title more than LA Knight does, and you know, it was okay. Like you know, it didn't need more time. It didn't need this, that, or the other. Like it was what it needed to be. Not everything on a card has to be 15 plus minutes of a bunch of stuff. You gotta have some. You gotta have that, or else this would have blended in. Absolutely. It wouldn't have felt any different than anything else.
Yeah, that moonsault into the BFT was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's gonna go on a hell of a run. That guy's gonna main event at WrestleMania someday. Jacob is ridiculous, and like Jacob single-handedly did really good things by debuting and really bad things by debuting. Because I've talked with people about how they didn't like the build-up to this WrestleMania, and Jacob is one of the biggest problems. But it's not his fault. Because Jacob showed up and immediately looked Solo Sikoa milk bad.
Yeah.
And Solo was supposed to be the big guy that ran up and had him versus Roman as the head of the new bloodline. Then Jacob showed up and went, "You're supposed to be the scary one?" And he's like, compared to him?
Yeah.
Like, what? No, sorry.
But I think next match is one that a lot of people didn't like.
Yeah.
Oh no! Oh, a lot of people didn't like this
Phoenix versus El Grande Americano.
I mean, I'm glad Rey Fenix got a WrestleMania match. I'm disappointed that it had to be under the circumstance of Rey Mysterio getting hurt. A lot of people don't like El Grande Americano. I love it.
I do too. That promo package beforehand,
yes.
I was pissing myself laughing.
And the mariachi band playing 3 cheers for the red, white, and blue.
Yeah. This is Mr. America done good.
Yeah. And everybody gets all like mad about it, but I'm like, it's not like he's, an all-conquering babyface. He's a bad guy. He's doing bad guy things. You are supposed to hate it.
Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely.
And I'm sorry that, everything that you hate in real life cannot be used anywhere else. I'm sorry that wrestling has to be like a clean vacuum where like the bad guy is just like, I pick my nose and don't like this is, it's like a comic book. You know what? Like every bad guy in a comic book is a bigot these days. You know what? That's a bit that's real. Like that's supposed to make you feel like this motherfucker is shitting on a culture and he's a terrible person for doing it. And yes, he won. It's not. The story isn't fucking over yet.
No. And Rey Fenix.
Fuck people.
Yeah. Rey Fenix got to have a WrestleMania match with being in the company less than a month.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And I guarantee you Rey Fenix wasn't upset about it.
Nope.
At all.
Yeah, he was actually on their biggest show of the year card. He wasn't sitting at fucking home for a year.
Yes. If anyone who doesn't know
he actually got called upon to do something when they could have used him. Unlike another company that kept him sitting at home, or kept him in catering when you could have called upon him to do a lot of things.
Yeah.
Just saying. Just fucking saying.
Yeah. Absolutely. No.
And for the record, Rey Fenix is not one of my favorite wrestlers. I am not the world's biggest Rey Fenix fan. But I got to call it how I see it. He didn't have a WrestleMania match. When it turned out that there was a spot for him, they called upon him. They could cut the match. They could have let him keep sitting in catering like, the Good Wrestling Company did.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I hear you. And I'm going to be really honest with you. I don't hope that Chad holds this character for forever, but I need him to wrestle as if he was this character for forever. Cause I saw him busting out backwards 450 centons
Yeah.
in this match.
I
Chad, do this shit more often.
Now, we won't get too big into detail on this because it's a whole other debate for another day. But since WWE has acquired AAA, which I don't love that, but I don't know I don't love it, but you know, let's them make it bad before we get the pitchforks out.
Yep.
Let the promotion be ruined before we get angry because, for all we know, we don't know the financial situation,
No.
with AAA. ROH had a bad financial situation, got bought by AEW and became AEW Light, and everybody seems to be okay with that because it saved the brand.
Yep.
We don't know if that was the case with AAA or not.
Yeah.
So
we'll see.
We'll see. But I want El Grande Americano to go to AAA.
That would be pretty sick. Well, the one
and you could even do something like El Grande Americano went back to AAA, and then you have Chad Gable still in America. Like, I think that would be great.
Because they could do the same thing. They could have El Generico show up in AAA.
Possible.
That, I think, would be pretty sick.
That's something else I say to everybody that hates El Grande Americano. Like, hey, El Generico was just like the non-heel version of this, right?
Yes, exactly. He's off, building orphanages and...
Yeah. But yeah, I loved it.
Yeah, it was fantastic. And I understand, like, Chad does it in a way where he hits his chest first. Can we just retire flying headbutts?
Yeah.
Take it from a guy who used to really be a giant fan of a guy that used to do that move, and then that turned into something. Let's just retire moves that might cause CTE if done incorrectly over time.
Right.
Let's just stop that. But, alrighty then. And then we had a match that I didn't like.
I didn't like it, but I don't think it was as bad as everybody says it is. I didn't like it because someone in this match wrestled poorly, but I did like it. I do think that the effort that the other person put in makes it better than how everybody else says it is.
Yes, Tiffany's effort.
Charlotte sucked in this match, and I used to be a Charlotte Flair fan.
Yep.
Charlotte sucked in this match. Tiffany put enough effort in that you downplaying it and calling it Wing Star discredits all the work that Tiffany put in to make that match good. And if you have that opinion, you can fuck off. Because you're discrediting somebody who worked their ass off. You wouldn't like this if someone discredited Jon Moxley.
No.
They do. And you get butthurt.
Yeah. No, I agree. But yeah, there was a lot of moments where there was just sandbagging going on and like moves not connecting and like you're not even like trying at some points.
I would have. This was the equivalent of Mox and Cope from the last AEW pay-per-view. It just wasn't there. It wasn't fucking there. But now when you shit on this match, it's okay because you're shitting on Charlotte and, who cares about Tiffany, whatever. But I remember expressing, bad feelings about Mox and Cope and getting told, like, you shouldn't really say bad things about Moxley. He did carry the company during COVID. And that was the official stance was, you're being too mean to Moxley. He deserves some slack. He's carried the company. You shouldn't be coming out. No, I'm going to come after. I'm going to express my opinion. It's saying he had some bad matches is coming after him. Then you're too fucking sensitive for your own fucking good. Mm-hmm. So, no, I applaud. The match was not good. I'm saying the match was not good, but I applaud Tiffany Stratton's effort. And let's get Tiffany Stratton with some people that are going to work with her, not against her.
Oh, I agree 100%. She can put on good matches if she actually has someone that wants to make the match look good.
And I don't know what the fuck happened in Charlotte's head, but she's just gone cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Ever since that shit with Becky, like, she threw that title around, it was all of a sudden it's just like, you're being portrayed as better than me, so I need to make you look bad. that's essentially what it feels like. It's
And the
weird.
sad thing is Charlotte used to be good. I used to think Charlotte was probably number 2 only behind, Becky.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. Ever since that shit with Bailey, like I don't know who or what got in her head, but it, once is a fluke, twice maybe an accident, but 3 times it's your fault, and it's happened 3 times.
Yeah, I agree 100%. All right, then on to a match that. So for context, my roommate is a night owl. I get up for work at like 3:30, 3:50 in the morning and start work at 4:30. I'll have nights where I'm going to bed, my roommate is watching anime in his room, and then I will wake up in the morning, my roommate is still watching anime in his room. And like hanging out. And he has this friend we have a mutual friend in Canada. He was watching anime with him over Discord while I was watching Wrestlemania. And then he came out on night 2 and he goes, "Were you watching this last night?" I'm like, "Yeah, why?" Around like 9:30, Omar could hear you through the headset loud and clear screaming. Like, yeah, there was a triple threat match happening that I was really into. I love this fucking match.
I didn't love it. I like the story that was told with it. It was a good match. I will concede a reason why I don't love it. I can't stand CM Punk. I will concede there is a reason why I'm not into it. I do not like CM Punk at all. Like, I hate him. I think he's a dick. And I don't. If your selling point to a match is chick magnet Punk, then then you've lost me. But I won't just be a complete player hater. I will concede it was a really good match. There was just a disconnect, that disconnect being CM Punk and me not liking him. I feel like that's the most fair way of going about doing things.
Yeah. I figured you were going to like the match because you hate CM Punk.
Well, that leads me, so, if you're watching this, you probably know Paul Heyman turns on Punk, turns on Roman, and joins up with Seth Rollins. That's got me so excited because one of my favorite stables that I've gone back and watched in my, I wasn't around, or I was around, but I wasn't watching wrestling for it, was the Dangerous Alliance in WCW. I am so excited about the idea of like something like the Dangerous Alliance coming now. And, after Raw, you have Seth, you have Braun Breaker, probably going to get Becky Lynch in it. Yeah. I'm fucking hyped for something, probably not called that, but a version of the Dangerous Alliance happening.
Yeah.
I'm here for it. I'm pumped.
Yeah. That could look sick. I'd like that.
But yes, I did love the ending because I was like the only person like happy that Seth won. And I was doing the singing and dancing, and there was just one guy in a Seth shirt was coming right by our rows. We were leaving. I'm doing the dance. He just high fives me, didn't even have to think about it, And then I had somebody in a CM Punk shirt just give me the biggest fucking stink eye like no other as I was doing the Seth dance.
Yeah. So I have to ask a question. I didn't think I thought anyone was winning this match except Roman Reigns, and I was pretty vilified in thinking that I didn't think there was a damn chance in hell that Roman Reigns was winning this. Did I miss some memo that everyone was like, "Hey, we're allowed to wear white wrestling attire again"?
Mm-hmm.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
It's like Seth got that one set of trunks he liked so much. Vince hated him, so he never wore them again. But then, like, almost every match had at least one of, if not both people wearing awesome white attires. I was like, this is fucking sick. I love a good white attire on someone.
Yeah. Especially if you're going to bleed.
Yeah.
You got to have white attire.
It fits well. Roman with the white glove and the white shoe, like, fuck, that looks clean.
I liked Roman's entrance. Roman's entrance was really cool. Yeah. They made there was a big missed opportunity. There's a giant torch in the back of the stadium, and Seth did not catch fire or anything. So I'm like, that was a missed opportunity.
Okay.
It was cool to hear Living Color perform Cult of Personality live, but when it's associated with CM Punk, it's I couldn't appreciate it. It was the equivalent. When I played high school football, our rival high school had the tune of Notre Dame's fight song as their as their fight song. They just changed the name of the lyrics to, instead of Notre Dame, it was their school.
Okay.
So, under any normal circumstance, when I hear Notre Dame song, I'm happy.
Yeah.
But whenever we would play them and hear that song, it was just like, yep, I know what this is representing, so the happiest is gone. And that's what I felt in that moment, was just kind of like, normally I love hearing this song and it'd be cool. It's cool seeing it live, but there's that prick right over there. So nope, not enjoying this as much as I normally would.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's the end of night one. So we ended on a triple threat match that I really liked personally, and then we started the next night with a triple threat match that I really liked.
And this is the one that I wanted to main event, because I remember at the Hardy party he was bringing up stuff, and he said, like, "Are we all excited about the triple threat match for night one?" I shook my head, and he like kind of saw me. He said, like, "You're shaking your head. Why do you feel that way?" And I didn't put in there that I think that CM Punk is a giant prick and I don't like him. I just said, I'm a big Rhea Ripley fan. I'm a big Io Sky fan. They've never main evented a WrestleMania before. I don't connect with CM Punk, so I don't care about him as much getting a main event, and that I'm disconnected. I'm more into that. I'm disconnected with this match, and it being the main event just feels like, eh. So on Sunday though, we that's the first day I went to WWE World. We went there. They had some really cool stuff. They had the old Heartbreak Hotel. They had like a game. It was Logan Paul. When we got there, it was Dominic. You could hit it with it's like a test of strength that you hit with a chair. They had a really cool Hall of Fame where they had like the old WWF title, and they had the Lay Cool belt that was cut in half.
Nice.
So they had some cool stuff there. They had a big exhibit on Triple H. Had like some of his attires. They had the original big gold belt, the one that the first one that Ric Flair held. So that was pretty neat. So there was some cool stuff there. But the main reason we went was because we had bought a meet and greet with Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Nice.
And Stone Cold was about the same as Bret Hart, but remember I mentioned, the energy is a little bit more upbeat. So whenever you're having that standard meet and greet, it seems a lot cooler.
Yeah.
That's not a slight on Bret or not trying to overrate Austin, but when you have that real, Stone Cold, he had that same, when you're getting like, "Hey, how you doing? Yes. Yeah, thanks for coming out." It was a lot. You kind of walked away. You walked away going, "Oh hell yeah!" Instead of like, "Oh, okay, cool, we met Bret Hart." Like it was like, "Yeah, Stone Cold."
Stone Cold doesn't know how to do something in a minor way. Everything is just kind of.
And what's fortunate was because they ran out of photo ops. We were very lucky, and shout out to Gus and everybody. Some guys that I met in the Mike Tyson line were behind us in the Stone Cold line, and they took some pictures of when me and my wife would go and meet Stone Cold, shake hands, took a video. You were allowed to do that, so
nice.
But it made up for it. I got some cool pictures with me meeting Stone Cold, so I have more than just a signature. Nice. So, but it was cool. It's cool. Walked away a very happy couple that day. He did. So night 2.
Yep.
Do we want to save this for next week, or we want to go with it?
I'm good with going with it.
Okay, I might have to take a pause. I'll cut this part out, or not. All right, night 2. So we opened the show with the match I wanted main event night 1. I was so happy for Io.
Yeah.
And yes, I actually agree with False Prophet Dave. This was a 5-star match.
Yeah, they were awesome.
This was my favorite match of the weekend.
Yeah, this is spectacular. I love this to death. Io works her freaking ass off all the time, and like Triple H said it in the back room. He's like, "These are earned, not given. You deserve this."
She should have been the main event night 1. Okay. I get why you went with CM Punk and Roman Reigns, because they're CM Punk and Roman Reigns. I get it. But I'll be the hipster that everybody else is for this one. It should have been them.
Yeah.
This is my one time. I will be the douchebag hipster that feels like, oh, actually, I will. Well, actually, this is my one time being a dick. This is my one time trying to, being an asshole. This should have been a main event over CM Punk.
Oh, I agree 100%. Yeah, it was. They had the perfect mixture of like two big weights that can actually throw people around, and then you had a perfect lawn dart in EO that needed to get thrown around when need be. It was a perfect. Yeah, it was awesome. Then we had the Sin City Street Fight with Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre.
It was a fun match. It was good.
How was it feeling hearing Slayer played live?
That was cool. I mean, I'm not a Slayer fan, but it was cool.
Nice. Yeah, I thought it was a fun match.
It was fun, I mean, I don't got anything to add to it. Like, I'm happy Drew won.
Yeah, it was
but
Drew has my favorite ongoing WrestleMania joke of all time. The tweeting while he's wrestling. That will never not pop me so hard. He did that. I immediately went to my phone and went, because after he did it last year, I was like, that's fucking hilarious. And he has his friend having the phone ready right away. He's like, here, take it. Oh, that's so good.
So
Next up, we have, where is it? The Fatal 4-Way for the Intercontinental Championship.
So, this was a roller coaster. I was disappointed because I really wanted Penta to win.
So did I.
And I was booing the fuck out of Dominic, but when he did that, along with that, I guess this is what makes me a dumb sheep, you guys.
Yeah.
But when it happened, man, it was so cool. And when he won, oh, that was cool, man. Like Dom's earned his stripes.
Yeah.
And part of me thinks, and I have nothing to confirm or deny this, but when he ran back to the ring, I wonder. This is no basis in anything. Much like Dave Meltzer, no basis in anything. I wonder if they were just going to see what the reaction. I think Dom was going to win. They were going to see what the reaction was. If he would have, when he hit Finn, if people would have booed, they would have kept him, kept him heel, or if they would have, if they cheered, turn him babyface. The fact that I wonder if they said to him after that, go back out.
They did.
The pop. Go back out. Get it.
They did.
Okay, they did.
There's video footage of the camera guy following up the ramp, going, go back.
Yeah.
So yeah, there was a guy in the camera guy's ear telling Dom to turn around and go back to the ring.
I wonder if they were going to see let's see what happens when this, and he got the pop and then he got it. It's fun to boo Dom, but let's give this a shot.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
The spear through the table with Braun was great.
Yeah.
And it frees Braun up to do some other stuff. Which
Braun need, exactly. Yeah. All right, so next up.
Oh, by the way, there's a thing I want to bring up. There was a backstage video of Dominic walked past Scott Steiner, Sami Zayn and someone else. He's like, Dom brings it no, bring the camera back. Get this one for the boys. And he shows him showing the belt in Scott Steiner's face. And Scott's trying to act upset, but you can clearly see him smiling that he's happy for Dom. He's like, get that shit out of here. Because you gotta imagine Dom, Braun, and a couple others who grew up together.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. So you gotta know he's happy for him. And next, the hardest I popped the entire fucking night. Randy Orton versus Joe Hendry.
This was brilliant. This was so perfect.
Good. So good.
The fact that he's there, and you know what? And everybody who bitches about that. First of all, I want to address anybody that says this is a burial. Okay. Did you? How did you? This is the burial based on one set of rules of being a burial. You know what a burial was attempted at WrestleMania 28 with Daniel Bryan and Sheamus. That was an attempted burial. Chavo Guerrero and Kane at WrestleMania 24. That was a burial.
Yes.
Okay. Yokozuna and Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania 9. That was an attempt at a burial. Okay. Booker T and Triple H at WrestleMania 19 when Triple H took 30 seconds to pin him with one arm after one pedigree.
It felt like
That
5
is a
years.
yeah, that is a burial. This was not a burial.
No.
What was it as long of a match as I would that I wanted? No. No, of course I wanted this longer. But sometimes you can't have the long match. Sometimes you gotta like have a short match, tell a decent story, and go.
Yeah.
Joe Hendry's a made man after tonight.
Yeah.
Like regardless of where he goes, he's a made man. Whether he stays in TNA, goes to WWE, or goes to AEW, he's a made fucking man.
Yeah.
And second of all, the story of the match was he was doing good. He was winning the match, and then he took his eye off the ball. There was a move, a finishing move. You know, I know in real wrestling, finishing moves, you need like 6 of them.
Yes.
But a finishing move in wrestling that has been hyped up for over 20 years as being able to be hit from out of nowhere. And he took his eye off the ball for a minute, got caught. You know, wrestling is not supposed to be the same way. You know, sometimes in real sports, you have something like that. Brock Lesnar's first UFC fight went the same way. Yep. He was doing really well, and then somebody with more experience caught him.
Yep.
That's what happened. But please, you know, you're so much more intelligent than all of us. I guess he was buried. I guess he was fucking buried. That's why I hate. I told somebody, I said, this is the last time I'm going to bring it up because I am so done with online wrestling culture after this weekend. Because everybody at the show had a good time. And they weren't all just people that watch WWE only. Were there a lot of people there? Sure. But I was having a good time with people from England that like AEW, people from Mexico that like Lucha, met some folks from Germany that like WXW. And they're all having a good time. So who the fuck is not even just AEW, who the fuck is anybody online to be the judge and jury of what fuck all of you. Fuck each and every one of you. And this match is the epitome of that because it was amazing.
Yeah.
Fucking yeah. I would have loved for it to have been 30 minutes and Joe Hendry wins. But you're not going to get everything you want.
No, you're not having Joe win on the 20th anniversary of Randy Orton at WrestleMania.
No.
He even wore like homage tights to his original attire.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't happening. I always said
Kevin Owens wasn't going to win either. So there you go.
No, and like I've told people, I knew he wasn't winning the second he arrived. I had no idea who was there. I remember watching him doing top 10 lists on What Culture Gaming when he was barely anybody before this gimmick. Back when his song was a parody of Across the Nation. The old Raw intro. And just
that's what made me like him was just he'd do all these song like he'd be on the Independents and do like a music video parody whoever he was wrestling.
Yeah,
like he did a Pokemon one wrestling Mr. Anderson.
Yes, the guy knows how to sell and he knows how to market himself and he's doing great. This got him in front of a metric assload of people. So I'm telling you right now.
And the man himself even said, if that's burial, sign me up. In an interview. Now, of course, the smart people are saying he's towing the company line to kiss WWE's ass. So that's their official stance. It's like listen to, I don't know, you name it. It's like listening to fucking Republican talking about, you know, things the Democrats bring up. Like, you know, you give no credit to anybody because it doesn't completely suit you. But I loved it. And, you know, you can hate if you want to. Don't at me. Don't at me with your fucking opinion if you're going to be, if you're, just don't. I'm done. I'm fucking done. There are 10 of you out there I will talk wrestling with, and if you're not one of those 10, I have nothing for you. Because this was amazing. And here's a Joe Hendry fan saying it. If anybody had a fucking right to be upset, it's this guy on this call with me.
Yeah. I love Joe. Like, to death. Absolutely love Joe Hendry. And when he lost, I went, yep, that's what I figured was going to happen. Like,
And the people mad about the RK afterwards, like, how many people had beers with Stone Cold and got stunned? Did they get buried too? Fuck
Exactly.
off.
If anyone didn't see that happening, like, are you kidding me? And he even went up to him and, like, smacked him in the chest, talked to him, and went, probably thanks, or they laughed. Like, that's one of those things where you want to get stunned by Stone Cold or you want to get RKO'd by Randy Orton. Like, yep. I know you're not a huge fan of him, but like CM Punk talked about how they had Stone Cold sitting in the back of a show once when they were in, I believe it was Austin, and no one was asking him to do anything. Like, fucking what? So we got him. I don't remember who it was, like 3 or 4 other heels. He's like, we're going to go out and get stunned by him because this is stupid. Like, we should be the ones getting our asses kicked. We know what, like, what are we... Yep. It's a cool thing to do. If I could tell you, if I'm going out in the arena and they ask
I'll
me,
say this much about CM Punk. Other than his attitude, like, I agree with a lot of what he has to say. I just think he's like Bill Maher. I agree with some of the stuff he has to say. I just think he's kind of a dick about stuff, so therefore I don't want to associate with him.
Yeah, it's some of those moves are a rite of passage where you could say it's cool that you got it done, and at WrestleMania of all places.
Yep.
But all right. Speaking of the opposite of cool, I got to watch a match with Logan Paul against one of my favorite wrestlers of all time.
It wasn't a bad match.
It wasn't a bad match. What you feel for CM Punk.
Well, actually,
times 5 for Logan Paul with me.
You know who I compare Logan Paul to? Part of it is a troll, but part of it, I feel like it's a good comparison. Logan Paul is Will Ospreay to me.
Okay.
Well, Logan Paul's Will Ospreay. They do the flippy shit. They have a dark past. If you like them, that dark past means nothing. The accusations that came out about Will Ospreay, that don't mean anything to you if you like Will Ospreay. The not just accusation, but the paper trail of shitty shit that Logan Paul has done. Don't care if you like him. They both apologize, and it's up to you whether or not you forgive them.
Yep.
More people have forgiven, obviously, Will Ospreay than Logan Paul, but as far as I'm concerned, I feel the same way about both of them. Have they entertained me at some point in time with their wrestling? Sure. But I don't care to watch them on anything. But I get why they're brought in.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. He brings numbers in. It's not any for that.
And to give a shitty man his due, he fucking gets wrestling.
Oh, absolutely he does. That's why it irritates me. It drives me insane.
He gets it.
Yes. And I was like, I wish you were worse at this. That's what pisses me off. I wish you were worse at this.
It wasn't a bad match. It wasn't great. It wasn't AJ. AJ's streak of having a good match with somebody who's not the best has come to an end. Because like I always said, AJ and WWE had better match with Shane, Cena, and Roman and Randy Orton, like the non-internet darlings, than he did with the internet darlings. Like Nakamura and Bryan. And
Nakamura, I blame more on the stupid ass story they were trying to tell than the actual fucking our stories. We hit balls, but I like Karrion getting involved. I genuinely really like Karrion Kross.
Me too. I met him, and him and Scarlett are such great people. I love Karrion.
Absolutely,
but it is what it is.
So I hope that something happens with him and AJ now that this has happened, because my God, that guy could be a world champion if you let him.
Yeah.
My God, but yeah, the match was okay. It's whatever.
I'm not going to get fired up for a Logan Paul match. So, I'll give the devil his due. He did. It was fine. They did fine, but I'm not.
Yeah.
Just like Will Ospreay, if your selling point to something is either of those men, throw CM Punk in there too. Throw Mercedes Moné in there too. Okay, I might go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Next up,
the Women's Tag Championship.
I understand the pop for Becky.
I do too.
I never thought I would go from being so excited at the end of the last WrestleMania I attended when she won the main event to me going, fucking poor Bayley, and marching off to the bathroom.
Yeah. I like Becky. I do. As a
I like
wrestler, I
Becky
like
too,
Becky,
but
the situation sucks.
yeah, they did Bayley dirty.
Absolutely.
And I got a lot of hate from, because I'm gonna bash WWE fans too, before anybody fucking comes at me. I said I would not blame Bayley for seeking employment elsewhere.
Oh, absolutely not.
After
She works
this,
her ass off and gets nothing.
go to get Tony Khan will fucking pay you triple what WWE is. Go.
Mercedes is right there. Your best friend is right there.
Go.
Yeah.
Bayley, go get money. Go somewhere else.
Yeah.
If you want to. No judgment if you choose not to go. I'm not going to be one of those wrestling fans. If you're still happy after that, by all means stay. But if your contract goes up and you feel like you're disrespected, get out. Go.
Yep. They're not doing anything with you.
See, I don't just hate on AEW.
Yeah. And it was a good match, and I understand the Lyra Becky connection idea.
And then with what they did, and then
the next night
with her turning, like, I didn't like it when it happened. Like, this doesn't make any sense. But now I'm thinking, like, well, if they put her with Paul Heyman too, it'll be okay.
You want to know, I would have liked that heel turn a lot more if it happened 3 months from now.
Yeah.
A night later, of like, what the fuck? Like, you had them change the titles for a WrestleMania pop, then to give them back to basically Angel Reese their numbers up a little bit, and then just like,
yeah.
Now I'm happy because it means they'll actually do something with that fucking Intercontinental title belt they needed to put into existence so damn bad.
Yeah.
But
and somebody else, poor fucking Chelsea. She should have had a match.
Yes, they made those belts and they do nothing with them. Chelsea should have had a match. They have her own faction. It's just like
the TBS title. I mean, they do stuff with it, but it's a glorified. It was Jade Cargill's toy, and then it was good for a few months, and then now it's Mercedes Moné's toy.
Yeah, with the other 4 belts that don't get defended. But. Yeah.
I think we're up to the main event now, aren't we?
We are. I'm not.
First of all, Stone Cold Steve Austin came out.
Yes.
He allegedly hit somebody. I'm not going to comment on that. I know she's either going to get a big payday or they're going to look at the footage and say that she flopped like LeBron James. So.
Yeah.
Here's what I'm going to say about the main event. First of all, it was a road game for Cody, and I know the AEW sickos. I said you might get your wish because the WWE fans you can finally go, haha, Cody is hated, huzzah. The big question for me is, is this going to be was this a one-night thing? Because there's a lot of people there that just want to see 17.
Yeah. They were happy to see Cena win more than they were happy to see Cody lose.
Yeah,
they wanted to see it happen.
It was a road game for Cody, I don't got a problem with the Oklahoma Sooners, but when they come into Notre Dame Stadium, I'm booing them.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I don't have a problem with the Missouri Tigers, but if that's the playoff matchup with Notre Dame, fuck Mizzou. For one night, it's fuck Mizzou.
Yeah.
The question is going to be when Cody comes back, are they still going to be booing or are they going to be cheering?
Yeah.
I think Cody deserves a vacation.
Oh, absolutely.
He's been fucking putting in the work for so long in that fucking company.
Absolutely.
He deserves a vacation.
And if he gets a vacation for around to whatever they do with SummerSlam and he gets the belt back and it just keeps on his thing, nothing will be missed. Honestly.
Yeah. So it's whatever. That's the big question mark. That's the sliver of hope that the AEW sickos have. They can keep praying to the mighty God Tony Khan that he can, and the mighty God of Meltzer to hope that Cody's booed out of the building so they can go, oh, yes, that's what you get, traitor. Ah.
Yeah, when you guys treated him so well when he was still there.
We just want him to turn heel. Well, he didn't want to and turned his babyface character into a 3-year run of amazing and 3 WrestleMania main events. But, I know all WWE fans are stupid to them and they're all sheep, so that doesn't count. It only happens when it occurs at All In Wembley. That's the only thing that matters.
Okay.
The match itself,
I
didn't love it.
I didn't either.
The finish was bad. I didn't like the finish of Travis Scott. It needed The Rock.
The finish was awful.
Yeah. It needed The Rock. And then The Rock wants to play fuck games, which I get why they allow Rock to play fuck games, because
if you book then he lies about it because he just had an interview where he went, well, I didn't figure I was the center of the story, so I didn't think I was needed. He said that on an interview either today or the day before. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
You go all this way to throw Triple H under the bus saying that the tickets for WrestleMania weren't flying as much as they used to. Stop making WrestleMania tickets a down payment on a fucking mortgage then.
Yeah.
That's why they aren't flying, Dwayne.
Yeah, trust me, The Rock is one of my all-time favorites, but I'm getting annoyed with this. And here's the thing, and I will play devil's advocate, okay? When he's around and he's doing stuff, I'll still say there's nobody better. Like on the mic, who can control a crowd, who can do all those things. We saw it last year.
Absolutely.
You know, we saw it last year. He had one of the best runs of his fucking career being around for a month.
Yep.
So I get why you want to try and play a little bit of ball and get him involved because of that. But fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Are you filming a movie now? Is the answer yes? To where you can't do anything at all? Don't do nothing. Don't tease yourself. Go away.
Yes.
And then if it never comes out like, hey, you know what? I'm good. I'll at least be able to make a run in. Cool. Let's go. Let's go.
Yes.
I'm getting. I don't hate him.
I'm annoyed.
Yeah, I'm annoyed. I am annoyed with all of this because had The Rock just interfered in that match, it would have gone from a bad a bad match to okay. Because something I want to say about the match and the action in the match, I'm with John Cena not trying to put a good effort in because he literally said in an interview, I am going to ruin wrestling for you. I love that. That Mick Foley did that in ECW, and it was brilliant because people would still cheer him because they were, and he said okay, I have to put on bad matches.
Yeah, I get that.
He would put on headlocks in the ECW arena just because he's I can't do big moves or else they will cheer me.
Yeah,
and I'm with that. That part's great.
Yeah, I get that 100%. It's just that the idea of The Rock as his character now is starting to make less and less sense. Last year at WrestleMania, fuck you, ref, I can make the rules. That's established that Mr. Final Boss can change the rules and fuck people over. That should have been what happened here. You should have had him fuck over Cody, say, I'm changing the rules, restart the match, have Cody pin him and be like, nope, sorry, restarting her, we're going again, that don't count. Or have him just walk down, but no. For people that don't know,
you have a 10-minute fucking Travis Scott entrance, which I'm all for Travis Scott getting his comeuppance from Cody. That needed to happen. But why did he have to have a fucking Undertaker entrance?
Yeah, I get that. Get rid of the hardcore title belt. It makes no goddamn sense you holding it. You look like a 2-year-old kid walking around with his favorite toy. I am 6'2", 175 pounds. It pisses me off so much every time I see someone hold a title and fucking win. I could break Travis Scott in half. Michael Cole could floss his fucking teeth with Travis Scott. John Cena, who's supposed to be a god in this industry, is happy as if the fucking atomic bomb is being handed to him, and it's Travis Scott! He's supposed to wish he could take down Cody, and they're handing him a super soaker! What?
Yep.
The only person I am more irritated with than The Rock is Travis Scott. You are openly ruining good wrestling moments. I have to see your stupid, doped up ass in the background of when he turned heel, doing nothing but showing up and popping Cody's eardrum.
No, I was fine with that because it's kind of like a Hollywood, look at who's on your side now, John. Since you gave me your soul, you got somebody, you got a lackey. That's fine.
You got fucking Buckwheat. Cool. He can't do anything. I would have been okay if you got someone intimidating like Mike Tyson.
If it would have been Rock and Travis Scott coming out and like Travis Scott trying to be like Yago essentially, you know, and then him like fuck off.
Yeah.
That would have been fine.
Yeah. But like now it's supposed to be I'm intimidated when his music hits. No.
And I'm sorry, I'm so sick of that fucking song of his.
So am I. There's no talent behind it at all.
Hearing that all fucking weekend. If I never hear that song ever again in my life, it'll be too soon. And I had a great weekend, but I'm over that song.
So am I. And like it that ending hampered me being like, oh, just John won, like cool. And I just turned it off. I'm like, I don't care if something happens afterwards. It
the thing that pissed me off the most was we stayed and we waited for the final boss to come out. Longer than we should have. And it was hell getting out of that stadium and trying to ride the monorail. It was ridiculous. I don't know if like leaving immediately would have happened, but we stayed because we thought we'd see the final boss. We did not see the final boss, and it made getting out maybe that much harder, and I don't fucking like it.
No, and I bet you The Rock's never going to show up again until SummerSlam. Because he doesn't need to be.
And you know what? If he shows up and does, if he shows up and fucking does something, I love it. Yeah. Like I want the Rock. I am not against having The Rock do stuff. No. I still want to see it. I know that. I know. You know. Here's my fucking fan card. Take it, shred it, burn it, pee on it, whatever you want to do. I still want to see Rock and Roman. I still want to see Rock and Cody. The Rock still
should have been this year.
Yes.
Yeah, it should have.
Or at least Rock and Cody.
Something.
I like The Rock still has some, like, there's still things he could do that would entertain me. But
like last year when The Rock comes in and goes, "Hey Cody, Roman, understand, Cody, I know the event you're gonna main event is already sold out, but listen, champ, I'll sell more tickets to that sold out show if I'm the..." At the time of him talking about this, they had mentioned the fucking show was sold out. And then they have this big thing where he establishes himself as fucking irritating, trying to steal a main event. Didn't like him then, but it turned out good. And then it turns into, "Hey, Cody, put her here, champ. You've been carrying the company. Fuck that storyline where I wanted to kill you and beat you to death outside your RV."
Well, I will say this. I will say this much. I could forgive that because it led into if The Rock would have stuck around. Because all of that was fine. Hey, man, we're cool now. We got off on the wrong foot, but I'm your boss. You're doing a good job. Respect. Comes back. I still respect you, but I want your soul. I liked that because that's like some Hollywood creepiness, you know, with what we know about Hollywood. I loved it. And then, hey, I'm not going to give you my soul, but John Cena is. If The Rock would have just fucking came out, if he would have came out at WrestleMania, it would have all been fine. It would have all been fine. Everything would have been okay had The Rock just done something to Cody at WrestleMania. That's it. It's all it took. One little, you know,
a video package playing. Anything. Like
a video package. Cody winning the match. The Rock reversing the decision via satellite.
Yeah. Yes.
That was amazing.
Yeah. I would have just anything of him showing that he fucked over Cody because he didn't side with him. Anything.
Yep. So yeah, don't say I'm a fucking only on WWE side. I've fucking listen.
Yeah.
But I still though, great time.
Do you now, honest question? I know that John mentioned this on the Pat McAfee show, and I honestly hope they do this because I want a new goddamn belt. He's mentioned that belt is coming home with me and I'm retiring the lineage of that belt and they're going to have to make a new one for someone else. Do you think they'll actually honestly do that, or it's going to turn into a storyline where Cody has to save the sacred timeline?
Nothing would surprise me. I would see Cody or CM Punk or anyone having to be that hero to save the belt and doing it. I could also see John Cena retiring on top and, you know, them going, yeah, fuck all y'all, it's over.
Yeah.
I haven't in the last, since about 2023, I've enjoyed WWE more than AEW But WWE still has that. They're going to WWE one day.
Yeah.
Feeling. I'm always going to have that. They're going to WWE again. I'm always going to have that feeling. So it's never.
Yeah.
But we need to put a bow on this one. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on social media, facebook.com/athleticgeek89 and Twitter, X, whatever, at athletic_geek89.
You can follow me everywhere at Organoid0, mainly on Twitch and YouTube. I'm finally back to video game streaming, so yes. And then if you like cons and such, you can follow me over on my, wow, I'm going to think today, Instagram at Organoid0.
All right. Well, thank you all for tuning in. We will see you next time.